Hi, welcome to Mrs. Shelton Art Room. Today we're going to be working on our Chinese banners. The materials that I'm using to make this project are a 12 by 18 inch piece of white paper that I've cut in half long ways for the banner part, and a 2 by 8 inch piece of black stripped paper, which we're going to be putting on the top and bottom of our banner. You can use either watercolor paint or some diluted paint in water. We're also going to be using a black Sharpie and a pair of scissors. And I'm also going to be using a little bit of pink paint for our cherry blossom design. So let's gather up all our supplies and let's get started. So to get our paper the right width, we are going to fold it long ways, hot dog ways to our skinny part, and make a crease. And then I'm going to cut along this line. If you do this, you'll actually be able to make 2 of these out of 1 piece of paper. You'll end up with a long sheet, just like this. I placed a piece of red paper behind my white paper just so it's easier for us to see this next part. We're going to be practicing our folding to create our fan-like creases for our banners. So we're going to be doing something called crease and fold. A fold is the action of folding. So when I go like this, and I take my 2 ends and I fold up, just like this. You can see I fold it up just about, well, I just guesstimated it's a little over an inch, but an inch and a half. You can have thick folds or thinner folds, as long as they're about the same. So right here you'll see that this right here is a fold when we fold it over. This underneath here, my little kindergartners, you look down here at the bottom, this little line right here is what the crease is. That's what we make when we fold it. When we make that little line is the crease. So today our important words that we're learning for vocabulary are fold and crease. Okay? So we're going to do several folds and crease. We've folded up and made our crease. Now the next trick to doing this is I've taken my piece of paper, I'm holding it with my hand, and I'm going to flip it over. And now you'll see you can't see that fold anymore. And we're going to fold. We're going to fold up again until we can see that little flap of paper again. And we're going to press down for our crease. I'm holding it like this. And then flipping it over and folding it over, trying to keep it about the same size each time. And flip and fold. Flip and fold. Flip and fold. And flip and fold. And you'll have something that looks like this. And if you open it up, you'll see it's kind of fan-like. Now we need to go find ourselves a rubber band to put around the center. Take the rubber band, and we're going to go around the center and twist, and rubber band, and push it down to the center, just like that. You want enough space so that you can still get some paint in there, but tight enough that it will create a fun paint design when we're done. Okay? So now I'm going to get my paints. Now I'm going to use the dipping method for mine, but you can use watercolor for this and just paint it in with a paintbrush. Okay? So I'll kind of show you both techniques. If you're at home and you don't have access to any paint at all, you can also do the same thing by dipping it in Kool-Aid, or you can just get a marker and do my marker it on and add water with the marker. If none of that works for you and all you have are crayons and all you have are colored pencils, you can color 1/2 of your banner red and the other half yellow. Okay? So let's go ahead and do the dipping part. I'm going to get out my diluted paint. All I did was put some water in here. I put a little bit of acrylic, but you can use tempera paint as well, and I just diluted it in water. And we're going to get the yellow as well. Now we're going to be dipping them into the paint. So I'm going to start with one side, and I'm going to stick it in there and squish it around. Make sure it gets lots of paint. Might have to tilt it just a bit to make sure get some paint. I'm going to let it kind of drip. Now I'm going to come onto this side, put it in the yellow paint. Squish it around, make sure enough in there, and then I'm going to kind of set it down over here, and now we wait for it to dry. So once it dries, it'll be kind of stiff, and it'll want to stick together a little, so you'll have to be careful when you go to unfold it. Notice I'm just kind of giving it a little head start of unsticking. And we're going to leave it there. It's going to be a little messy, so you might need some paper towels. We're going to set it aside and let it dry. Okay, now I'm going to show you the technique doing the same thing, only I'm going to just use one of these watercolor trays this time. We're going to get some watercolor in the red here. We want to make it pretty watery, and we're just going to use our brush and kind of paint in. As I'm using a lot of water, coming in, painting in. So I'm going to do a fast forward while I paint in this part. Okay, so it's going to take at least overnight for what we've painted to dry. So I have this one that I've completed, and I've started another version on the other side. So we're kind of use this as our template to see how we're going to finish these up. You're going to be gluing this onto the end of each strip. So you'll pick one side and you'll glue it. You'll put some glue right here, put it down, and you'll put it on both ends to create your top and bottom. Then flip it over for the side that you're going to draw on. Now to create these little branches here that we made, I used a Sharpie, and you kind of hold your dried thing out, and you're going to do it using lines, right? So I'm going to kind of freshen up my lines. I start by making a big curved line up on this one, and then I add some little branches, just like this. Add another curved line, and some branches coming off of it. Okay? I'm going to draw it on this red paper so you can kind of see how to draw your branches on. Then we'll put on the blossoms. So when you're drawing your branches, you just go big curved line and then start adding some lines off of it. Doesn't have to be the same as mine. You're just creating some spaces where we can put flowers on the end. You might do another big long line going this way and add some branches. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to move this out of the way. And you can see this is one I started and haven't finished. Okay? So I'm going to take my lines and put them in. So now we're going to add some of our cherry blossoms to our design. So all I did was put some paint. I've got some bright pink paint here, but whatever you have handy you can do. If you don't have paint, you can draw dots. I'm just going to stick my finger in here and I'm going to use that to create my cherry blossoms. And I'm going to put them around. Doot, 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 doot. Alright, my last little finishing touch, since I'm at home, I happen to have some extra little ribbon. So I'm going to add something to the hanger so I can hang it up on the wall. You can use whatever you have at home. I just put some hole punches in here. I'm going to attempt to string this through